Lindsay, the best way to describe it is really a tragic day here in Taylorsville, up in Tremonton, and really across the entire state of Utah. I'm right outside the office of the medical examiner in Taylorsville, a little noisy. I want to show you why. If we take a look over here, we see law enforcement, police officers lining here the parking lot. This is Park City Police, officers from the Park City Police Department. We've also seen officers from Harriman. They're lining here, getting ready to lead the procession of those two fallen officers back up north. We understand there will be two hearses carrying these two fallen officers. In a few moments, we've been told it could be anywhere in the next hour, really. We expect this procession to leave Taylorsville, get on I-15 northbound, head up north to Tremonton, where they will drop off the first Sergeant Sorensen. Following that, they will make their way to Logan, where they will drop off the next deputy. Again, a day of tragedy. We see, if we head to the right a little bit, we see a few people gathered here behind the motorcade. Family, friends of these two fallen officers, as well as family and friends of other fallen officers here in the state of Utah. We see flags they're holding up to show support. We see them decked out in t-shirts and also tissues at the ready. People here showing their support and following the theme that we're going to continue to see today, that Utah shows up in support of their officers and in support when the community is in need of it. Again, time now around 4 o'clock here in Taylorsville at the medical examiner's office, where we are expecting any moment to watch this procession begin and head up north. I want to continue along with our team coverage here today. My colleague Cade Gardner is live up in Tremonton, where he's been following some of the details on what happened last night and what's been happening since. Cade, can you fill us in a little bit more on what you've learned so far?
Yes, Sarah. Well, I am standing in front of the house of where it happened last night. You can see there's still police tape up. There are police officers on scene. You can't see any right now. A handful of them actually just exited the home. You may be able to see from this angle, but the windows are almost every window on the house is smashed out. This is still very much an active crime scene. Like Lindsay was saying earlier, we have those two officers died, Sergeant Sorensen and Officer Estrada, and then 33-year-old or 32-year-old Ryan Bate was taken in and charged with 2 counts of aggravated murder.
All right, we're going to check back in with Cade in a little bit. Again, we're still standing by here in Taylorsville at the medical examiner's office, where we are seeing these law enforcement line the motorcade. I've been told from the Department of Public Safety they have about 100 first responder vehicles, firefighters, law enforcement, UDOT, a whole different bunch of organizations coming together to support these two fallen officers, their colleagues, their families, and those neighboring communities. Our team coverage continues this afternoon with ABC4's Brian Wang. He's live in Tremonton as well, following what we know on that suspected shooter. Brian, we know there's a lot of questions on this. Catch us up to speed on the latest here.
Yeah, Sarah, there's a whole lot of questions, but what we know specifically about the suspect is that he was arrested last May for a slew of felony domestic violence charges, including aggravated assault. And as we dug deeper into these charges, we learned that all of them were dismissed. So as officials tried to investigate this person's background, try to figure out exactly what the motive was behind these awful shootings, we are seeing a whole outpour of support here in Tremonton, specifically in front of their police department. Let's pull up some footage so you can see for yourselves. We're talking about residents coming down here all morning, all afternoon, tying blue ribbons on the trees here, setting up flags, dropping off flowers, getting down on their knees, praying for not just the victims, but for their families as well. I got the chance to speak to a few of these Tremonton residents. Here is their message for the police officers.
We just want to tell them thank you so much for all of their support and their protection of us, and let their families know that we are thinking about them, and we will put them in our prayers and help them get through it as a community.
We're supporting you. We're with you 100%. Like, we really appreciate what you do. You put your lives out on the line for us. Yeah, and we just appreciate that to the max.
Absolutely. And it's just absolutely heartbreaking hearing them. You just can't help but to empathize. It is so hard to articulate what residents here are feeling. This is a small community. This isn't a metropolitan area. This is a community where most residents know each other. You really just can't help but to feel for them in their situation here. And Sarah, as you were mentioning, that procession is going to be making its way up north. It's going to pass through here in Tremonton before it gets to the funeral homes. It's going to pass through Main Street, which is about 100 yards east of me. As soon as we see it come through, we're going to bring it to our public live. Guys.
Brian Wang live in Tremonton. Brian, thank you very much. And that's exactly right. We're here in Taylorsville waiting for this procession to take off. We're keeping a close eye on it. In the meantime, we understand what happened in Tremonton last night. There are many questions surrounding it, the details. What do we know so far? Arcade Gardner, I want to check back in. He followed along on the latest details and what you should know. Take a look.
When loud bangs rang out Sunday night.
In Tremont, no, there hasn't been anything like this at all since I've lived here yet.
Neighbors were shocked to learn 2 police officers died in the line of duty.
And that makes me sad because I just met a handful of them at the softball versus the fire department game at the Tremont Heydays, like literally a couple of weeks ago. So it's kind of sad, you know. I hope it wasn't one of the ones I met, but also, you know, just sad in general.
Today, the loss is being felt citywide.
In the coming days, weeks, and months, our community will find ways to show our love, gratitude, and respect. But for now, all we ask is that we lift up these families in our prayers, in our thoughts, and keep our law enforcement officers close to our hearts.
The community already heeding the mayor's call.
We're glad that there are people who are willing to step up, to walk into a dangerous situation in order to try and make life better for the rest of us. And their sacrifice will not be forgotten.
Scouts line the streets with flags.
And we are here for the long run to just stand beside you guys and to just let you know that we care.
And people hang blue ribbons across town to welcome the 2 officers home.
It has been hammered home to me what kind of community we are. And it's, I'm so proud to be a part of it.
And to say thank you.
That's what they do, selfless service.
That was Arcade Gardner reporting there. Cade, thank you. Again, this tragedy in Tremonton all began Sunday evening. And maybe you've noticed, even before police officially made that announcement that 2 officers were killed, there was a lot of buzz and speculation on social media of what exactly happened. There was a lot of words that something awful had happened. Last night, publicly available police scanner traffic said the officers had been killed hours before the department could officially confirm. And one of our recordings caught the chilling moment dispatchers shared the news. Take a listen now.
2 officers down, echo.
2 officers, echo.
Again, we referred to chilling moments. You just heard it there. We've been tracking this since Sunday night where it all began. I want to give you one more look here outside the medical examiner's office in Taylorsville where we can see the motorcade awaiting the beginning of the procession. I just talked to the ME's office. They say they're waiting for the sergeant and officers' families to show up so they can speak with them. And after that, they expect the procession to begin and head north. They're anticipating maybe in the next 30 minutes to an hour. Of course, we're going to keep you posted on that. We've seen a lot of reaction and support flowing in from many across the state, including our state leaders. Governor Spencer Cox asked flags to be flown half-staff. So if you notice that where you are, that's the reason why. Again, we are following this tragedy here from Taylorsville on what happened in Tremonton, affecting that area and so many surrounding communities on this somber Monday afternoon. We will continue to keep you posted, so make sure you stick with us here at ABC4 News to follow the devastating updates and hear more from the people who were there to watch it all happen. We'll be bringing you that live as the procession continues on and on our newscasts at 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock tonight. For now, live in Taylorsville, Sarah Murphy, ABC4 News.